Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Hello World. Yes, I am super excited today. I have a guest today. I'm super excited. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She is super cool, super fun, super intelligent, and super young, and super like smart, all of that good stuff. And you know what I have to do first? I have to make sure I am not buffering. So let me just open up another tab real quick. But in the meantime, guys, make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing, and turning on your notification bells. You know, ding-a-ling-a-ling. And if you can, give me a thumbs something, and feel free to share out the chat. Those are just a few questions if you can do so that. Hey, Jade Talk. Hey, the plain truth. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Hey, my little Tatted. Tatted, you should stay for this because I think you will thoroughly enjoy this. Hi, Beth Collins. I had to check out to see if I was buffering or anything. I am going to share the chat out because I am absolutely ecstatic to have my guest here. What was I going to say? So, my day was good. I woke up. I'm gonna keep muting you, okay? I woke up and then I went to work. After work, I wanted to go to the gym. I was teetering on whether I should go to the gym or not, but I didn't. Shame on me, right? Anyway, I did a return for a hard drive that I purchased. I was trying to get the 1 terabyte. Oh, look, and speaking of which, my computer says the disk is almost full, and that's why I need my little external hard drive so I can take all of this stuff that's on here off, and then I can upload new things. Meanwhile, let me finish sharing this out. So guys, if you wouldn't mind just sharing the chat out, it would be greatly appreciated. Our guest needs to make sure. Hey, GW people, oh my goodness. Hey, how are you? Yes, I told you it was going to happen, right, GW? Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh man. And you know what's so amazing too? When you guys meet my guest, she is like a testament of how, once you fall in line with flowing with life, everything is just going to be like amazing. So I returned my little 500 megabyte to the UPS store, and it was so easy. It was only like a second. So that was my little thing for the day. So let me give you a little background of my guest for today. Her name is Jersey Queen, and she is definitely like one of the sweetest people that I've met in the entertainment industry. As far as what she does, I'm going to let her explain it even more. But if you need prints, if you need media, if you need anything like that, you can hit her up. If you need models, you can hit her up. Like, she is that well connected, guys. And like, how we met was on Instagram. I think I may have posted an ad on, actually, no, it was Craigslist. I may have posted an ad on Craigslist looking for models or whatever. And then, ooh, there it is. It was either Craigslist or Instagram, one of those two. But it was just one of those, it had to be a divine connection because it was just one of those things that led into like how we became very cool. Even though we don't talk every day, we still became cool. But anyway, without further ado, and guys, we make sure if you do have questions for her, hey Tim, how are you? If you do have, hey Trooper 69, welcome to Hello World, Myra. If you have questions for her, please put the question marks in front and behind. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys to Miss Jersey Queen. Hey!
How's it going? How's it going? How's everybody doing today?
Good. So, guys, there's something we have in common. We both did not want to ever be like here, mainstream, but now she is. And then I saw her post something on Instagram where she was like, "Well, I'm going to do my first debut." I was like, "Oh no, you got to come on Hello World too." So introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, how they can reach you, all that good stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm Jersey Queen. You might see me on Instagram or all social media, Jersey Queen201. So I'm the CEO of Jersey Turns Up ENT. We are Jersey Magazine. We are Jersey Diamonds, Empire 9, which is our print shop where we print and direct to garment, embroidery, everything.
Wow.
And we also recently just started Just Good Vibes, which is crystals, CBD.
Okay. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, nah. So we're doing a lot. Do you still see me? I know I just got a call in the middle of this.
Yeah, it's just frozen, but we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I tried. But yeah,
That's
no, we have a team full of everything. Videographers, photographers, brand ambassadors. We have PR or publicists if you need. We do a lot of everything. You name it, we probably do it.
wow. And how many people are on your team, guys? I hope you are listening to this.
Whew, God, what there's like it's less than 25 if we want to consider all companies to come together. All companies together is less than 25 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you, hey Tamisha, I want to just say hi to a few people in the chat. Guys, she's frozen on this side, but you can hear her.
Yeah, I can't even.
That's okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Kicking It with Karen. Guys, shout out to Kicking It with Karen. She is on her way to monetization as we speak. Shout out to her. Chewy, LTD, lovely Samara, how are you? Tamisha, how are you? Yes, if you guys have questions for her, please put the question marks in the chat. I will make sure she sees it. But yeah, girl. So what made you want to even start? Like, was entertainment something you always wanted to do?
Honestly, no, it just randomly fell in my lap. I guess like when I was younger, in high school, I was president of FBLA, which is Future Business Leaders of America. And like, I guess I just kind of had like a knack of how to flip money. So, at a situation, I had one of my close friends. He's still my close friend to this day. He got into a car accident, and it was close to he was close to death, and he had a coma for a while. So me, I was just thinking in my head, like going crazy, like, okay, how could I help his family raise revenue to go through this situation, because that was their only child. So for me, since I was so persistent, I guess once I left high school after that situation ended and we raised money for him, like I kind of wanted to keep helping people. So once I graduated high school, I missed it. You know what I mean? It was something that I missed doing because there wasn't any other reason after to do it. But now after I've met people in the music industry, when me and my business partner Banks, I know he's not here right now, so shout out to Banks. So
Yeah.
Banks and I really made it into something bigger for not only the county or the area that we lived in, because we're both from Bergen County, and I'd hate to say when you put a lot of Black people in one area, it was always considered a problem.
Oh.
But when we came in and did it, me and Banks, people ended up realizing we weren't trying to do anything as a problem. We were actually trying to make a safe environment for all races, regardless of you being white, Black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. And you could have a good time at our events. So that's really how we started. People would ask us to DJ their music, but me and him don't look at ourselves being like, oh, we should be the main person to do it. We were just kind of like, why are people asking us, you know? So eventually we saw that they needed this kind of spotlight that we provide, you know, and we saw that the demand for it was something that I guess nobody else wanted to take upon, but we enjoyed seeing the growth of people who would work with us, and then they go on and continue their path and grow into something much greater. It became something that we fell in love with in the music industry.
Nice. So how long have you had your business? I know you said since high school and whatnot.
Well, I would say just Jersey Turns Out, it started technically, I would say 2012, 2013-ish. But me and Banks have been friends since I was like in 7th or 8th grade. So, so it came easy for us, you know?
Right. I mean, look, some people can't be friends from high school to to like what is it? From high school to college to whatever. Some people just aren't just like cordial like that anymore.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that when people ask us, like, me and him don't argue or fight really. I don't know if it's because we're both earth signs and we just get each other at this point, but it's just me and him already have a good relationship where, we know what we got to do. Like, we don't even have to discuss it as much anymore at this point,
Right. It's just divine intervention. So
Yeah.
you just spoke on earth signs. Like, how do you feel like your business is being sustained? Is it like through spirituality, or is it just because you guys have great great morals or good morale? Like, how do you think that keeps your business up afloat?
For me, I would say it's both. It's definitely both. The morals aspect is a huge part. I mean, people don't really think about it necessarily, but it really is a huge part of your business. So if your character is good and you have good intentions overall, I really do feel like that's going to show through all of your actions for your business. And that's like just being authentic and true to who you are. It just comes to you naturally. Everything past that. If I was using my business to do something negative to people, or to, I don't know, make everybody hate one type of person or something, like, everything would not go well for me. But the intent is to help people, and if I really want to help people, people are going to feel that, and I feel like they do. So but as for the spirituality, I do think so too. I strongly do believe that there's people who protect you in this world, regardless if they're physically still here or not. And I do feel like my mother and my dad watch over my business without me having to say anything. But that's off of their their energies, because now they still guide me even though they're not physically here. So
there's one question, GWG Pitbull. He says, I don't read very well or spell very good, but I create lyrics from my own music about bullying and stuff. I went through in life, but I don't know how to bring it to someone because some people don't understand how I do music with me not knowing how to read very well, but I want to get my music out there, but don't know how to do it. So he's basically asking, how can he get his music noticed without being able to have reading and comprehension?
Truthfully, it's funny because there's a lot of people that I have met that are like that, but the thing is, the way that they have to approach it is through one-on-one situations in person. I feel like that's also a situation that puts, or allows, I should say, more so, is like allows people to get to know you for you. And that's from you speaking and how you talk to people, how you interact. That's how a lot of relationships still can be built to help in those kind of situations. I feel like as long as your aura is good, people will be willing to work with you regardless. You know what I mean? I think that it's definitely an obstacle, but you can get around it in certain ways. But that all really depends on you. And that's really, to me, that's always action.
You hear that, GW? You're talking to somebody that's a professional. So she's saying you can do it pretty much. Just surround yourself around people who are in the industry, and hopefully you'll get connected to the right people that are not going to take advantage of you. I maybe wouldn't recommend you telling them that you can't read, just in case they try to put together a contract that's going to make you in a bad position. But then again, if you're around good people, they'll take care of you. So yeah,
yeah, I definitely wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell that to anyone, because the industry, I hate to say it, like they really do try to get you, especially if you're up and coming. But if you hang around the right people who to truly care about your future and helping you, then they're going to be able to help guide you and help put you in the right direction to, to succeed when it comes to that.
Nice. Hey, Bentley. Hey, Rochelle. What up, menopause hottie? We are talking to Jersey Queen. She is a 4-time CEO of so many businesses in the entertainment industry. And one of the key things that I really admire and like about what she's saying is she's using her business as a service to others. And I believe that's probably why you're doing so well, because it is a service to others. So I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you do now? Anything different? Or now I know what I wanted to ask you. So what was the pivotal point where you said, okay, I have to start showing myself?
Oh man. I honestly, I know that's what sometimes, like, all right, when people go to my page, I think it would help stop the confusion, but I don't know if it'll stop the confusion. I think people just don't read. But but to make my life easier, people need to know who I am to understand the company more, in a sense. I know that it's a little bit, I guess, maybe confusing for somebody who doesn't know my company very well, but like, if somebody goes on my page, they see a bunch of different girls, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't know who's who, and they don't know who's me, which I don't know, maybe it's a little confusing, but I know that'll make it a little bit easier in clearing that up, because there's like 8 different girls. Then also whoever's in the magazines on my page,
everybody knows who Banks is for sure, because he does interviews.
Exactly. So they don't know who I am, and I'm like a mystery. I've learned that I'm a mystery, and people try to like pinpoint who I am. They can't figure it out. Maybe I'll go to an event and like, or maybe even during the interview. Sometimes during the interviews, people who come in, I don't really say much of anything. They don't even know. They don't know that I have anything to do with the company at all. And then like, maybe before they're leaving, somebody be like, wait, is that Jersey Queen? And like, they got like 2 minutes to leave until the next person comes in. And then they want to have a full-blown conversation.
Right.
So I guess that might make it a little easier for them. It might be a little bit easier for me, but I don't know. I feel like it'll help the expansion.
I think it's pretty cool, like, to be a mystery. Like, that's how I thought I would be able to go on, but no, not working.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun until everybody sees you, and then they bum rush you because they didn't know who you were, and then you're like, oh crap, I should have probably maybe said it earlier. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know.
Here's another question for you. Rochelle, the Baha stroke survivor. You guys know I be messing names up, so I apologize. But she says, do you only deal with music or other areas?
Oh, no, we deal with everybody, every single type of talent that exists. So, and it's not only New Jersey, actually. Our magazine is focused on New Jersey, but we do allow out-of-state features, and that's how we get Jersey out of Jersey.
Right. Can you tell me what your website is so I could type it in the chat so people can check it out?
It's www.jerseyturnt. So TURNT. So turnt.
Yeah. .com.
Yeah. Jersey Turned Up ENT.
You do have you guys. They actually did an interview of me. It's in my everyday happenings. So I'm going to find their YouTube, so you can go and subscribe to their YouTube. Can you type in the chat?
It doesn't. I was about to, because I was going to fix the URL, but it doesn't let me, I think. I'm trying to see right now.
Next time you come on, we got to have maybe buy a computer so that we can have you type in the chat.
Yeah, I just sent it. Yeah. I sent it to you as a private chat, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll make it public. Oh, here it is. Guys, I'm going to put this in the chat so you can go follow her. Yep. Oh, yeah, I missed that ENT, so I'm glad you wrote it. Yeah, Adam. Adam said he's going to link it. Adam is called We Are Jersey Magazine. I just searched for it in the chat. They are some dope people. I'm telling you guys, like very dope, laid back people.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So do you have any recommendations for people who have anything that they want to do in the music industry?
Ooh, recommendations. That could go a long way. If you want to be in the music industry, number one is, I would say, you gotta not care what people think. You, whoever wants to work with you is going to gravitate towards you, and there's nothing you could do with to force that or not to make, you know what I mean? Because like when it comes to the music industry, I know everybody kind of chases clout, or like, you know, they try to, I don't know, they try to skip lines, you know, but in reality is like, you, at the end of the day, you have to do your work. You have to do your groundwork. You can try to skip all the lines you want, but then you're not going to be prepared somewhere. You could, I don't know, pay to feature with some big artists, but then when you're brought out to perform, you can't perform at all. So you're making people want to go home. Like, you know what I mean? You have to do the work. You have to build your skills up. Even if it takes a long time, it's what you have to do, because once you get past a certain point, everybody is out to try to use you. You know what I mean? And you don't need to go crazy, because the music industry will drive you crazy mentally if you allow it to. So it's best to worry about what makes you happy about your craft, about what you're doing. And I want to say worry less about other people, because a lot of people like to compare or feel they should be here, or maybe they feel that they deserve this, that, and the third, but they haven't proved their worth. Like when artists think they're the best, but they haven't proved it to other people. So it doesn't come off the right way. You have to just, you know, you really have to build it up step by step, like building a house. Like you have to really build each brick.
Yeah. Tamisha, she said she really wants to know how she can perfect her business page. Hit them up. I would say email her, because you guys do web design and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do everything, that branding, graphic design, everything.
So Tamisha, go hit up the website. Go to their YouTube, throw a comment in there, or email them, and you will be able to get very good instructions on what you can do. So definitely do that. So what's next for you in the next 2 years or so? I mean, I know that's a far off cry.
Wow. What's next? I'm not even quite sure, honestly. I would say, you know, just keep expanding the magazine, expanding my print shop and everything else, really. I just recently had a nephew.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So, I mean, it's great, but it's like, oh man, I'm really an aunt now. So, you know, it's just really eventually creating something that hopefully, you know, when it comes time for him to be grown, he could be employed. You know what I mean? We're already starting giving employment, but we want it to last to the point, you know, something long with longevity, so that, you know, my other business partners, I got other business partners for Empire 9 too. Like their kids can then have something, you know, my nephew could have a job. You know what I mean? Like it's creating the longevity. That's really the main purpose, you know.
So how did Empire 9 birth? Like what made you say, like, you know what, forget outsourcing, let me just print myself?
Well, that's number one. Yeah, printing ourselves was definitely one of the main things. Number two, I mean, personally myself, like I'm like a tomboy. I'm not really somebody who shops at the mall. I'm not somebody who, like, you know, you won't catch me at H&M or Rainbow, you know? So like, I wanted to be able to make something for me, like something super for me that would fit me, because like, it's hard for me to find what I want, you know? I guess because my style in reality would be closer to Tiana Taylor if I could find that everywhere, but I can't. So that's the start of that, you know. Empire 9 really started with me, and I met actually one of my other business partners within the last year and a half. Oh God, it's been like a year and a half if I've known him. And actually, it's funny. He's a producer and he's a firefighter. So
Okay.
when people don't realize, when they try to contact and put in an order at like the weirdest hours of the night when he might answer if he's working overnight for firefighter, So like his hours are a little crazy. So he's a little tired. So people don't realize that when they're hitting him up, like he's actually a firefighter. So, and he does it in Essex County. So they get a lot of calls. So,
okay.
a lot of calls. So like the balance is a little crazy, but he was definitely somebody great to partner with because he sees the bigger picture. And he's somebody who likes to apply himself a lot. He could apply himself and learn whatever he want to learn, and most people aren't willing to take that step. So between our camaraderie and me seeing that within him, then like it just flew very easily together between me and him because he's also a Virgo just like Banks.
Okay.
So our team has a bunch of earth signs just like all working together. Me and him just saw everything for what it was. We love the music industry. We love the creativity aspect. But we also saw that like, we might want something a little separate from the music industry because we know how the music industry gets. So we have, I guess, a few ways to secure our future, but we just wanted to get everything in motion.
Right.
So
like, do you guys still print the magazine or is it all digital?
Yeah, we still print. There's still physical copies. That's a different type of print. So we print that with a different printer.
Well, I know that. Oh, so you print magazines too, or you send it out?
No, that's handled by a different printer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good Lord. Now you're doing print. You might as well say you're the media mogul of like who doesn't know you guys? So what made you want to have models to like really, I need to understand like how it went from, you said something about hosting parties and DJ. Like when, at what point did you say, you know what? We want to have models and we want to be able to outsource models if somebody's looking for models, because that's how we met.
I would say that was, I'm trying to think like, okay, the entertainment company was first. So people know the timeline, right? That was first. That was maybe like a year, 2 years maybe in. Then we eventually started the magazine, which is 2014, September 2014. And then within 6 months, I would say we started the diamonds, the Jersey Diamond models. Pretty much they were meant to be the face of our company, but then me, helping person, of course, I was like, I'll manage them, right? We had our first generation, then our like second/third generation. But then I have this, which is like my models right now, which is like, I would say these are my final absolute 100%, like, I want to say like Super Saiyan like models. Okay. That would be them. Like they've been with me now for about almost 3 years, some of them.
Really? So they've been through the whole thing from inception.
Yeah, some of them like they're like my OGs. Like we know who my youngest ones are. Then I have my oldest ones. Then I have the ones that they aren't my oldest and they aren't my youngest, but they go in and they show out every single time.
And they're consistent.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, what I love about all of my models is I get to see them. Maybe they'll come in for the Jersey Diamonds interview and they'll be shy, or you can see their youth or how young they are in it. And then some of the girls right now that I have, like day one, I would have never seen them go as far as they did now. And they just, every single time they surprise me and they shock me. And they remind me of why I love what I do.
Nice.
So.
Do you use them during your parties too? Or?
Yeah, they come to some of the events. It's not like necessarily a requirement to be a Jersey Diamond.
What are your requirements, since you said that?
Like, requirements right now, my current requirements, they have to be 21, they have to drive, they have to be responsible. I prefer females that are working or in school or something, specifically because I really strongly believe that if your personal life is a mess, then your model life is about to be a mess. So if you're not
Mm.
working and all of that, then like, you know, if you're not working, you know, it might cross over into the issues. I want to say it's promise, but sometimes you're like, oh, I don't have money to get to the gig. I was like, oh, I can't even get you booked because you can't even get there. Like, you know, so
Yeah.
being mature and responsible is like a super massive important part for me. Another important part is like if you're applying to be a diamond, you can't be someone who posts super negative stuff all over your gram. I'm gonna be like, yeah, no. So, you know, no drugs, no excessive drinking. Like the point of a diamond for me is like a Jersey diamond is not like, oh, you're an Instagram model or an Instagram vixen. It's you're a woman, you're being who yourself, but being who you are, you're being classy and like you're shining in that because that's who you are, you know? That's really the purpose. So you can show all of your flaws or what people might have considered as flaws. Over here, we're gonna appreciate that over here, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the purpose for me.
Do you will you ever take on male models?
Um I would say I want to say yes and I want to say no. We have male brand ambassadors, but this isn't like it wouldn't be like how Making the Band had like the band and then they had like Day 26 or like and you know the other girl group from Making the Band, you know. I don't want it to be like that really. You know. I want it to be women to be empowered in who they are.
Nice. Mrs.
Yeah.
Candy, Mrs. Candy Curly, she said, you're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're talking to Miss Jersey Queen. She is a very young entrepreneur. Well, look, we're all young, but she has 4, probably 5 different businesses that she develops and runs with you know a nice decent amount of staff, and she's trying to build a legacy, guys, a legacy. So please, you know, go and check out her website, check out what they're doing. Adam was nice enough to put the link in the chat. I'm putting it up there back again as well. So yes, you are, Adam. I saw you earlier today. She's Mrs. Candy Curly says she would like a mentor. So hey, Jersey Queen, she might be at
Hey. You
definitely.
know,
Yeah, definitely do that.
contact us.
What is your email address? I'll just throw that up there too.
It's the Jersey Turns Up ENT at Gmail.
Oh,
You put it in your private chat, right?
put it there, and then I'll link it to the top page. Yeah, Pitbull. Like, let me just give you a little behind the scenes with Pitbull. Queen, like Pitbull, like I met him on Instagram, you know, not Instagram. I met him on YouTube when I was trying to really grow my page. And I just came upon his page and he seemed pretty cool. But the knowledge that comes out of him for somebody that has some of the disabilities that he has, you would never know. Like he speaks wisdom. And for all the things that he's gone through life, you know, he's had a lot of setbacks, a lot of human setbacks, you know, family setbacks. And the fact that when he came in here and said that, you know, he got his disability check signed into his name, like a few months ago, he was telling me how, like, Joy, he was like, if I could get that kind of freedom away from them, then I can actually move on with my life. I can move and possibly get my daughter back. And that's like one of his primary motivations of getting his freedom. Now, the only thing now he has to do is learn how to read and write, you know?
Yeah.
So he's on his way. Like, and I'm so glad he didn't give up, because there's been times where I've seen him in people's chats, not just mine, but in other people's chats, where he's like, yo, I'm just really tired of everything. And I'm like, Pitbull, no, you know? So like, he is a testament to like how if you continue to move forward in your life, if you continue to progress, no matter how many times you get knocked down, like it's going to work.
Yeah. No, you just got to keep pushing. It's, and at the end of the day, I feel like your character will speak volumes. You know what I mean? If you're giving wisdom and speaking life into other people, you have a lot of value. You know what I mean? So
Right.
at the end of the day, there's always going to be room for you.
Yep. I just put your email in the chat. Oh yeah, Adam just said whose focus is to provide clients a welcoming environment in which they will be able to receive full services in a one-stop company, services included, not limited. DJ. Look at that. He is promoting you. Go Adam.
Thank you.
You would have thought he was the radio DJ. Yes. Adam is dope. If you guys ever really like start doing a lot on YouTube, people in the chat, like if you watch this replay, people in the chat, like they're really cool people. Like you can get to know and such. And like I'm so glad that they hang around me and they don't mind me, but that's cool. Oh wow, Rochelle says she's paralyzed and wrote a children's book, but she can't promote it. Ooh, so Rochelle, their email is right in the chat. Go hit them up and see what they recommend.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing that you were able to write your book. Oh, and guys, speaking of books, I'm stepping away for one quick second because I must say that and I'm extremely happy to say that Mr. Scott, right here, you see this book right here? That book right there, he is the illustrator for this book.
Yeah, that's my boyfriend and my graphic designer, so he helps.
She keeps it in the family.
Yeah.
So definitely, you can see that he is a very good artist. This was just something simple that I wanted, but I've seen a lot of his other work as well, and it's really cool. So go check them out, guys.
Thank you.
This is just like Adam said it in the perfect way, a one-stop shop. Photographer, videographer, all that good stuff. You guys check them out, and I trust them. Is that my little Dab Kitty Sparkle? Hey, Dab Kitty Sparkle. Guys, if you have any questions for Jersey Queen, please put them in the chat. I'm not going to hold us hostage for too much longer because I know she probably has things that she needs to do. But yeah, girl. So do you do this full time?
Ooh, yeah, now I do.
Really?
Yeah, like
yes.
It's good, remember I know Joy, me and you had this conversation about synchronicities and certain things that we were thinking about in life, because I was telling you how all these things change in my life. I quit my job actually really recently. It was actually September. Yeah, it's good. It was so long overdue. Like, when Joy, when you met me around the time, I would come from like my home in Bergen County, and then like the studios in Clifton, and then like I drive all over the world. I was pretty much balancing like being the good daughter that your mom would be like, finish school, so I finished it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she wants me to keep a job at the time because that's what she understood. Like being older than me, you don't really see people jump to just start a business like that, especially with funds, how funds is going in the United States. But long story short, me starting to go full time by jumping that in September was mostly because after she passed away, I was like, yo, I gotta just go all in. Like I just gotta do it. I just have to do it. And then my nephew was born early August, so like I was like, all right, I really got to do this right now. Like, all right, everything's showing me that right now is the time. So here I am, right?
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And it's so crazy. Like every time we speak, it's always been like at a pivotal time, in our lives, I would say. So that's dope.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm
For
just glad.
sure.
I'm glad that we did meet because, like, you, whether we know it or not, but you have been a very big part of Be the Difference. Like, um, she was able to, allow some of her models to wear some of my t-shirts in the shoots. They did an interview for me. Like they've done a lot, and like what can I say but thank you? And I'm so glad. I'm so glad you said yes to be and
Of
to
course.
share, and to share. Like we got to see a little smidgen of her, and then I guess the phone was like, "Nope, that's it. You just get a taste. That's it."
Right? No,
Mhm.
I'm very appreciative of meeting you and of course, working with you all these years at this point, right?
Right. I know you said you started your business in 2014. Well, the second business, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, August 2014 was when I incorporated.
Oh wow. See the timing is impeccable. Divine timing, right?
Yeah. It's either 13, no, maybe 13 I incorporated, and 14 is when I got the trademark. So around that time is when I got the trademark. So one of those years, but it was just funny. It's like September, August. It seems like your business happened September, August. Ooh.
I could agree. I could definitely agree.
Oh,
I think I quit the same day I actually officially started 4 years ago, so that makes sense.
oh, that's good. Did you realize it at the time?
No, I think I just realized that now because you're right.
Right? That's so crazy. Like my cheeks are hurting because I'm smiling so hard.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely, I don't know, something about that time is a transition time for a lot of people. It's weird, but
Man, I should have paid more attention. You need to go back to September again so I could do some things over.
right?
Hey Wanda. Hey Chad. Um, we are speaking with Jersey Queen. She is I'm going to say 6-time on CEO and entrepreneur of very, very cool businesses, from photography to videography to print to audio visual. Like I already said that, but even to like just designing and business. Ooh, they do t-shirts, guys, hoodies, they do everything. Like if you need anything, go to Empire 9, go to her website. And if you want to learn how to, get your stuff marketed properly, go to them. I'm probably gonna go to them too for that
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure, because I could always need some extra whatever. How's the weather been? Oh, it's freezing. Well, it's kind of warm. Oh, Dab Kitty Sparkle says hi.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh yeah, Wanda says hi too. They're all from like
Wanda.
New Hampshire and all other parts of the world. And Chad says hello as well.
Hey
Um,
Chad.
yeah, I mean, I be butchering people names up, but like, I just like the more we talk, is the more I'm realizing how like that's crazy. It's not crazy. I don't mean crazy in the sense like whatever, but I'm just like it's just it makes sense when you sit back and think about it. You know,
Yeah.
all of our lives just
They intertwine for a reason.
yeah.
For sure, for a reason.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. So, do you have any more parting, encouraging words that you would like to say?
Yes, and that would really be, put your first step down and live in your purpose. And that takes action. So don't sleep on yourself. You know your value, put the work in.
Yes, and that's the same thing we say on Hello World every night, guys. Um, Again, at the end of every chat, I'm gonna wait for Jersey Queen to email me all of the ways that she can be contacted so you guys can check her out after. It will be permanently, the information will be permanently in the description of every chat. So you guys can always check that out. Rochelle and everyone else who is looking for Bajan, that's right. That's what I meant to say. She's Bajan. Rochelle is. If you guys are
Oh
looking,
wow.
yeah, the Caribbean's in the house.
Yeah.
If you guys want to check her out and work and like really get some legitimate, I would say healthy and good knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people, like you were touching on earlier, there are a lot of people in the industry that wear a mask and they're really like wolves underneath it. Jersey Queen and her team, there is no wolf underneath the mask. The mask you see is who they are, who they represent,
Yeah.
who they are. And you guys know how I am. I only hang around people that, or I try my best to hang around people that really will uplift you. So guys, definitely check out the replay for that. I'm thankful that you were here with me, Jersey Queen. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
Guys, I am on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. May you rest so peacefully that you wake up refreshed, being able to be the best version of yourself so that you are able to lift another up while you are coming up. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and this is
B.
yes, Jersey Queen. And we're signing out on another episode. You got to say it with me. Another episode of Hello
Hello.
World. Bye, guys.